All right, so we are back. This is my part 2 where we are going to talk about the lovers. So this is the tarot card of the lovers from the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. I have a couple other decks out here that I brought out just to show the similarities and the differences a little bit in the cards. We'll discuss the meaning of the tarot. We'll discuss the tarot meaning of the lovers, as well as kind of how the seasonal energy presents itself. In some ways, I will use myself as an example because that's the easiest way for me to explain things. And we'll also we'll just dive into it. So let's just get started, okay? So the lovers is a card of love, of passion, of harmony, of union, of personal values. At its core, though, it is ruled by air. It is an air sign of Gemini. It is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of logic, of reasoning, of learning, of understanding, making decisions. So at its very core, the Lover's Tarot card is about choice. It's about major decisions. It is about using your head and aligning with your personal values. Gemini is an adaptable sign, so that can bring in some energy of weighing up what is truly important and making decisions based on that. A mutable sign actually ends one season and brings in another. So this is a time of transition that comes into a natural state of being, and we're going to dive into that a little bit. So the symbolism on the Rider-Waite, we see the man and the woman here. They are both nude, which in this particular sense, this symbolism is being open, being honest. This is truth. There is an angel that is up above. Some people say this is Angel Gabriel. Some people say it's Raphael. You don't really need to give this angel a name. You can just simply say that it is a guardian angel, one of unity. You can see that the woman is looking up towards the angel, which is symbolizing that she is looking for a deeper sort of spiritual connection in this union as well. The man is open to this, but he is actually focused on gazing at the woman. I don't know if you can see that very well in here. So his eyes are on her, and not to bash men or anything, that focus on her is that it can have dual meanings. A lot of things you are going to find having dual meanings. This can symbolizing lust. Remember that passion. His desire is for her, all right? It could be for her flesh. It could be for her entire being. To me, this is symbolizing in the positive sense that she is his world. He is so focused on her. She is his connection. She's looking for a spiritual connection. He kind of knows it's her. Does that make sense? Now, in readings, this can present itself differently on all levels. All right. That's the great thing about tarot. At its core, this is love, passion, major choice, but usually a choice that is in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of everybody involved. This is the Rider-Waite depiction of the Lover's card. Now, I read by that method. So the cards that I personally use are based on the Rider-Waite symbolism. So let's move on so we can kind of see a couple other decks and the Lover's card. This one is the Witch's Tarot, which is very, very similar, as you will see, to that Rider-Waite card. The angel is similar. The two people, the couple, the opposites, and the union of the opposites. And this is talking about masculine and feminine energy. What you will see in this particular photo of the Witch's Tarot is how they are coming together in union. And they are being blessed by an angel as well. But the coming together in union for me, depending on what deck I was using, the imagery is going to affect how I am reading that card. The next one I want to show you is from my Light Seers Tarot, which is my main working deck recently. I've been really drawn to work with this. And again, this one is very much so depicting that energy of union. All right. On her arm, you see a tattoo that is actually, it's like an arrow. but on first glance, it almost looks like it could be balance, which can symbolize also that cognitive balance, okay, making a choice that's in alignment. In this card, you see in multiple ways the coming together, the union of opposites is very much so depicted in this imagery. And finally, let's go with the royal, the gilded Tarot Royale, which is again showing that opposite. This is very feminine energy. This is very masculine energy, and they are coming together. You see the light, the dark, that union of the two. So in looking at these different images in different tarot decks, you can actually see that a core meaning is that union versus so much of the love, the passion, coming together in a harmonious way, allowing both sides to play into a situation. And that's where we come into the choice of Mercury. All right, so with all that being said and discussing the tarot card meaning, the symbolism, and getting into a little bit and touching base on Mercury and being adaptable, how can this help us in our day-to-day life? What is this focusing at? Well, we are currently in June. We are coming up into the summer months, and here in just a couple of days, our energy will be shifting, okay? We are going to be moving into July. We are going to be moving into Cancer and what that means. But for now, we are still in that phase of being adaptable. How are we bringing things together? How are we weighing our options and transitioning from one season to the next, which is the energy of the Lovers? Well, it's going to hit everybody a little bit differently. For instance, myself, and again, I discuss things that are happening with myself because it's how it's affecting me. So it may help other people kind of identify and step into show how that's working for them. So for me, because this is about love, it is about passion, but it is at its core, there's decisions and being adaptable. I personally am sorting out some things. What needs to leave this last season? What was I growing, but maybe I had too many things going on? And how am I coming through this transition where I'm now going to find out what is it that I truly love? And I say that because currently we are transitioning into that Cancer energy, which is about family. It is about the feels department and trusting our intuition and following our subconscious. So as we're transitioning into that from this energy of the Lovers, we are taking things that we love, things that we thought we wanted to do, and we're weighing them out. We are bringing things together that we really love, but are we bringing in too much? This is a time that allows us to do that transition very seamlessly. Some people would say this is in relationships, and it may be, but at its core, remember, this is going to be your own feeling, your own desires, your own passions. So it could be with anything. So bringing it back to the example of myself, I have currently a clusterfuck going on in my room, right? I have a whole bunch of different products that I'm making. I'm trying to get stuff put on Etsy because I want to have a clearance sale for my spring stuff because now we're moving into the summer months. I have different things that I was making, but I have stuff sitting. If you could actually, if I would turn you around and you'd see my room, you'd be like, oh my God, it would, and it's bad. But I've had some time recently with another love and passion that has really made me sit back and focus on where my own heart belongs, okay? So this energy is bringing in an opportunity for us all to realize where does our heart belong and what, moving into the month of July and that Cancer energy, what is it that we want to put our heart focus on, all right? Using this time of transition to really get rid of what is not necessary anymore in order to start fresh in the coming season and grow what our heart truly wants. I hope that makes some sense. Have a great day.